Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shah. Big breaking update from Bihar politics tonight. The Mahagathbandhan's seat-sharing formula is finally sealed and NDTV has the inside scoop. First, sources say that consensus has reached with Congress backing Tejasvi Yadav as the Chief Minister face. The formula, well, RJD gets 135 seats, the Congress 61 and VIP 16. It's political arithmetic that could redefine Bihar's power game. My colleague Prabhakar Kumar joins us on the phone line to get us more on this. Prabhakar, take us through the numbers.
See, what we're learning from our sources in Mahagathbandhan is that RJD would be contesting on 135 seats. Last time, that is the 2020 elections, they have contested on 144 seats. Congress last time had contested on 50 seats, and this time they would be stepping down to 61 seats, which is like around 9 seats down from what last time they had contested. Mukesh Saini would be contesting on 16 seats. Mukesh Saini is one of the alliance partners who has been demanding around 70 seats, and he says that he deserves to be the deputy chief minister, but that has not been actually settled by the alliance partners out here. As far as the left is concerned, left would be contesting around 30 to 31 seats, is what we are learning. As of now, the Congress has not confirmed the chief minister's candidature, which Tejasvi Yadav wants to be confirmed. So, the numbers are free as of now, as we are learning from our sources. But Tejasvi Yadav so far has not been confirmed as the chief minister face, and Mukesh Saini as a deputy chief minister, as he has been claiming, that has not also been validated by the Congress party.
All right, let me also go across to my colleague Ankit Tyagi. Ankit, you had been in Bihar for some time. You saw what is happening there. What do you pick up from this announcement by the Mahagathbandhan? We understand that it is quite early to say that Tejasvi Yadav will be the CM face of the Grand Alliance. Many say that Congress has agreed, but take us through what exactly is happening right now.
You know, as Prabhakar was telling you, Osama, the fact is that this has come through sources. Official announcement is expected tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 14th, and remember, after tomorrow there will be only 3 days to file for the nomination filing as far as the candidates are concerned. So once the formula is set in stone, then of course each party would be able to declare their candidates, at least for the first phase, because the nomination will in fact end on 17th. Now, very quickly, just what sources are telling us and what Prabhakar was elaborating. Let me very quickly tell you, if this is the formula, we are breaking 135. The RJD last time fought about 144 seats, so they are 9 seats down from 2020. Congress comes down to 61 from 70, which they fought in 2020. VIP Mukesh Saini, he fought 13 seats with the NDA in 2020, so he gained 3 seats by switching sides from the NDA to the Mahagathbandhan, gets 16 seats. On the other hand, the left parties, and especially the CPIML, which in fact fought 19 seats and won 12. And on the other hand, the other CPIM and CPI, both those parties fought 4 and 6 seats. So together they had fought 29 seats last time. They are just getting, going up by a couple of seats from 29 either to 30 or 31. Interestingly, so far, JMM, because the RJD got about 4 seats in the Jharkhand elections, but JMM also wanted some seats. They have not been declared. So whether there is still a possibility of 1 or 2 seats being given to JMM from the RJD quota, we will have to wait and see. Apart from that, Pashupati Paras, who is uncle of Chirag Paswan and actually holds the symbol for the party, he has not been given any. He has not been adjusted. So he has been left out. That would mean that he, at certain key constituencies, because remember, he was in talks with the Mahagathbandhan with Tejasvi Yadav, at certain key constituencies where Chirag Paswan also holds sway, there is going to be, 2 Paswans as far as this fight is going to concern, because there is a full possibility of Pashupati Paras. He wanted a ticket for his son, putting out some candidates there as well. This is very, very interesting, the way this calculation has gone down. Now, for the Congress party, because earlier the indications were they will be ready to fight on 55 seats, and sources are saying that they have agreed upon declaring Tejaswi Yadav as the chief ministerial candidate. Has that hard bargaining got the Congress party from 55 to 61 seats, about 6 seats extra, but in lieu of a commitment that Tejaswi Yadav will be declared as the chief ministerial candidate? That is going to be interesting whether the official announcement takes place tomorrow. Remember, Rahul Gandhi earlier, he's back in the country. He was supposed to go to Chandigarh at 5 o'clock in the evening. Right. That program has been preponed to 10 a.m. Is that an indication of a formal announcement? We will have to wait and see. Right.
Ankit, stay with us because we are also joined by Mr. Mrityunjay Tiwari of the RJD. Tiwari ji, RJD 144 सीट लास्ट टाइम लड़ी थी. इस बार वो घट के 135 हो गई है. क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप?
देखिए, यहाँ आरजेडी और वामपंथी पार्टियां, वीआईपी पार्टी, कांग्रेस पार्टी का सवाल नहीं है. सवाल है 243 पर महागठबंधन चुनाव लड़ने जा रही है. हम मिलजुल कर चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं, मजबूती से चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं, जीतने जा रहे हैं. महाविजय कर हम सरकार बनाने जा रहे हैं. तेजस्वी जी मुख्यमंत्री बनने जा रहे हैं.
तो आप ये कंफर्म कर रहे हैं कि तेजस्वी यादव जो हैं वो चीफ मिनिस्टरियल फेस हैं महागठबंधन के?
ये कंफर्म क्या, ये तो बिहार की 14 करोड़ जनता ने तेजस्वी जी को मुख्यमंत्री मान लिया है. ये सबको चारों ओर दिख रहा है, आपको भी दिख रहा है. यहाँ तो तेजस्वी लाओ बिहार बचाओ, तेजस्वी लाओ नौकरी पाओ का नारा लग रहा है. हर जुबान पर एक ही नारा है कि राज तिलक की हो गई तैयारी, आ रहे हैं तेजस्वी भाई. इसमें कहाँ कोई शंका है?
All right, Mrityunjay Tiwari of the RJD, thank you very much for speaking with NDTV. Let me go back to my colleagues Ankit Tyagi and Prabhakar Kumar. Prabhakar, we just heard from the RJD spokesperson saying that it has been finalized that Tejaswi will be the chief ministerial face of the Mahagathbandhan.
See, that is what RJD would love to believe, but the fact remains that apart from RJD and the other alliance partners, it is the second most important alliance partner, that is the Congress. They have not declared so far as the chief minister candidate, so that remains to be settled as of now. Congress are maintaining that it is the MLAs, the elected MLAs, who would decide who would lead that entire flock. So Congress has not so far been not declaring chief minister candidate Tejaswi as a chief minister candidate, and that remains to be settled as of now.
Ankit, very quickly, if at all the Congress agrees to projecting Tejaswi Yadav as the chief ministerial face, what does that signal politically, especially in Bihar?
You know, and then it very clearly, if that happens and the Mahagathbandhan declares Tejaswi Yadav as their chief ministerial candidate, very clearly then pitches the battle between Nitish Kumar and Tejaswi Yadav. And that is something that Tejaswi Yadav and the RJD has been pushing for. They want a young Tejaswi Yadav, and the fight between Tejaswi Yadav and Nitish Kumar, who has been in the power for the last 20 years, and there is a fatigue factor that they would want to exploit. So you know, the best case scenario is that you would be able to attract a lot of youth voters, those who have not seen any other rule but of Nitish Kumar. On the flip side to it, and especially today when the corruption charges have been framed as far as the Rouse Avenue Court in Delhi is concerned over the IRCT case, would be that Tejaswi Yadav himself has been accused as far as this case is concerned. So there will be these allegations of corruption, and of course, this will be fought as far as the people's perception is concerned. But very quickly, as Mrityunjay Tiwari and Prabhakar was also saying, for RJD, of course, there was never a doubt that Tejaswi Yadav is going to be the chief ministerial candidate. I think the Congress party was holding on to not declaring Tejaswi Yadav as the chief ministerial candidate as a bargaining chip for the seat, for the number of seats that they wanted. Possibly once that is settled, maybe the Congress party would be open to the idea of declaring it openly.
Right. Well, the political battle lines are drawn. The stage is set for a high-stakes showdown, and all eyes will now be on how the NDA responds to this deal that has finally been sealed. Ankit Tyagi and Prabhakar Kumar, thank you very much for getting us all those details. Meanwhile, in a big jolt to the RJD, first family weeks ahead of the high-voltage election in Bihar, a Delhi court today framed charges in a corruption case against the party founder, Lalu Yadav, his son, and the chief ministerial face, Tejasvi Yadav, and the former chief minister and Lalu Yadav's wife, Rabdi Devi. In its order, the Rouse Avenue court said the scam was planned with Lalu Yadav's knowledge and that the accused were part of a larger conspiracy. The court also said Lalu and his family benefited from the scam. Lalu and his family have been charged with several offences, including criminal conspiracy and cheating. Remember, this case relates to allegations of corruption in the allotment of maintenance contracts for IRCTC hotels during Lalu Yadav's tenure as railway minister from 2004 to 2009. It is alleged that the maintenance contracts of the two IRCTC hotels, BNR Ranchi and BNR Puri, it was awarded to a private company in a fraudulent manner. The CBI, it has alleged that in return for this deal, Lalu Yadav, he got 3 acres of prime land through a Benami company. The CBI has filed, it had filed an FIR against Lalu Yadav and his family members in 2017. Meanwhile, a political face-off, it has broken over the court order, with the BJP saying that it is a reflection of the corruption that was perpetrated by Lalu and his family. The RJD has hit back, saying that the BJP is misusing agencies for political vendetta.
हम तो पहले कई दिनों से कह रहे थे कि अब चुनाव आया है तो इस तरह की चीजें होंगी, लेकिन फिर भी न्यायालय का हम लोग सम्मान करते हुए हम बस इतना ही कहना चाहते हैं कि हम लोग हमेशा से लड़ते आए हैं और आगे भी लड़ेंगे, और तूफानों से लड़ने में मजा ही कुछ और है। और हम हमेशा अपने पथ को चुना है, संघर्ष के पथ को चुना है। हम अच्छे मुसाफिर भी बनेंगे और मंजिल पर भी पहुंचेंगे। बिहार की जनता समझदार है और वो जानती है कि क्या हो रहा है।
आज कोर्ट ने लालू प्रसाद जी, उनके सुपुत्र तेजस्वी यादव और उनकी पत्नी आदरणीय राबड़ी जी के खिलाफ आरोप तय किए। ये आरोप बहुत गंभीर हैं। ये आरोप हैं सरकारी संपत्ति के आवंटन में भ्रष्टाचार, कॉन्स्पिरेसी, डिसऑनेस्टली सरकार को निर्णय की प्रक्रिया में गड़बड़ करना, इत्यादि इत्यादि है। मिस्टर तेजस्वी यादव इज गोइंग टू बिहार टू चेंज बिहार with a charge of 420 being framed against him by a competent court.
And breaking news now coming in, and this is related to the Bengal gang rape case. NDTV has accessed the NCW report. The women's panel, it has flagged the law and order failures in West Bengal. In fact, it has slammed Mamata Banerjee's government and the law and order situation in the state of West Bengal. It says that it is a systemic failure that the NCW has flagged. It has also flagged deep-rooted governance lapses, as this particular report says. It also goes on to say that the women in Bengal are unsafe. It has also said that evidence tampering might just be possible. My colleague Shreshi D joins us on the phone line to get us more on this. Shreshi, take us through the details.
Well, we have accessed the 7-page NCW report in the alleged gang rape at Durgapur, where a second-year medical student who was studying in Durgapur and a resident of Odisha was allegedly gang raped outside her campus. Now, the NCW team visited the victim and her family on the 12th, and the report has been submitted. NCW had taken suo motu cognizance of the case and collected all the findings and has put it in a form of a report. And in that, it has, of course, listed the lapses on part of the government about how there was inadequate street lighting, how unsafe the area was without any security, and has also said that the crime scene was only cordoned off much later on Monday after the crime had taken place on Saturday, which could imply that there could have been some tampering of evidence. But of course, on the other hand, we have heard the Commissioner of Police today speaking about the incident and the kind of help that has been given to the family. Of course, on the sidelines, the politics continues to be played out between the ruling Trinamool Congress and the BJP. But the investigation so far, 5 persons have been arrested from the village nearby the campus of this private medical college in West Bengal, and the investigations are ongoing.
All right, Sheshide, thank you very much for getting us all those details. Time for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Welcome back. Mediators Egypt, Qatar and Turkey signed on Monday with US President Donald Trump a document on the Gaza ceasefire deal. This document was signed during the international summit that was hosted by Egypt in the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh on the deal. This after all 20 surviving hostages held in Gaza, they were handed over. The captives were seized by Hamas during the 7 October 2023 attacks in southern Israel. Among them are twin brothers Ziv and Gali Berman, seen reunited in Gaza earlier. In a dramatic joint message, Donald Trump, he declared, "Peace no longer a hope, it's a reality," hailing a historic dawn for the Middle East and a golden age ahead for Israel. Meanwhile, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu echoed the sentiment, vowing commitment to peace even as he reminds the world of the heavy price of victory, saying, "No one wants peace more than Israel."
With the historic agreement we've just signed, those prayers of millions have finally been answered. As you know, the hostages have been returned, and further work goes on having to do with the, sadly to say, bodies. Together we've achieved what everybody said was impossible. At long last, we have peace in the Middle East, and it's a very simple expression, peace in the Middle East, and we've heard it for many years, but nobody thought it could ever get there, and now we're there. This is not only the end of a war, this is the end of an age of terror and death, and the beginning of the age of faith and hope and of God. It's the start of a grand concord and lasting harmony for Israel and all the nations of what will soon be a truly magnificent region. I believe that so strongly. This is the historic dawn of a new Middle East.
Mr. President, thank you for all you have done for us. I have submitted your nomination to be the first non-Israeli recipient of the Israel Prize, Israel's highest award. As to that other prize, just a question of time, you'll get it. But I want you to get the Israel Prize, our highest award, to our greatest friend.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he welcomed the release of all 20 Israeli hostages from Gaza after over 2 years in Hamas captivity, praising the unwavering peace efforts of US President Donald Trump and the strong resolve demonstrated by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. That's all we have for you. Keep watching NDTV for more news and updates.